What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a video and or a live stream. We would love to have you involved in absolutely everything. Okay, we're going to have a little fun today, and this is kind of based off one of my more recent live streams. Somebody asked a question, and I took it seriously, and I sat down and I wrote some notes, and I can't wait to not only hear what you guys say, but hear what you guys have to add. The question on my live stream was, if I was somebody in charge at Toyota with the next generation Tundra, how would I release it to you guys? How would I release it to the public? All right. So today we're going to focus on a few different things just for fun. We're going to focus on cabs, cab configurations, bed sizes, engine choices, and a few other things here and there. I'm also going to focus on the Trd Pro. I'm going to do that at the end because the Trd Pro would be completely different from the rest. Now, I hope you guys will go down in the comments below and add, subtract, tell me what you think. So if I'm somebody sitting at the big chair at Toyota, here are some of the things I would do with the Tundra. First off, I tried to do this on a few different levels. Number one, as a fan, because that's what I am first. I love the Tundra. You know, I'm an enthusiast and everything like that. So I definitely wanted to go at it with, you know, just some of the stuff that I want on the truck. Number two, I try to do it as a channel owner. We've been doing Tundra Dude 34 for almost 5 years now. So I know some of the things you guys want going forward and some of the things you guys don't want. So I did it like that as well. Now, number three, I tried to do it as a business. I know that Toyota and the Tundra is not necessarily the bread and butter for Toyota. All right. So there always is a budget with some of the things you know, that we want to see on the truck, but it didn't make the budget, so that's why we probably won't see it. So I tried to keep it in line with that, but out of those three things, I did it as an enthusiast most of all, okay? And you know, you guys have been talking to me about the next generation now for over 3 years, the things we want to see. There's rumors everywhere, so I'm kind of feeding into those rumors a little bit, but adding some of my own stuff. So I wrote a bunch of notes here. I'm just going to ramble it off and get started. Feel free to pause the video at any point and go down below in the comments. Let's hear what you guys have to say. All right, so next generation Tundra, we're going to talk about the cabs first. I would have the double cab and the Crewmax come back, but we would also see the return of the regular cab or the single cab Tundra. I feel like that was very important. Going forward with the Tundra, they really need to do more on the advertising way of things. I think that would help the truck, you know, going down the road. Not only do we want to appeal to people who want, hey, half ton for fun, you know, to drive to Lowe's on the weekend warrior stuff. We want to show that the Tundra is meant to do work as well. Bringing back that regular cab would be a really big deal and a good press in the right direction, in my opinion, all right? The more options, the better, to a point. Mind you, we're trying to keep this in a fake little budget here, but I'm bringing back the regular cab, and we're going to keep double cab and Crewmax. I'm trying to keep stuff that already exists, and we build off from there. So again, if you want to add anything, comments below to all of this. Now, bed sizes. Let's start with regular cab. I have to do this. I am a fan. We're bringing back the RCSB Tundra, which is the regular cab short bed. So there's two bed options for the regular cab, 6.6, 6.5 foot bed, and the 8-foot bed. All right. Now that is your work truck. One thing I would do, we're not really going into interior options and stuff like that. With the regular cab, I would make it so it wouldn't be just such a, you know, I don't know, a work truck look. I want it to be able to be configured so there can be a little technology package here and there. You're not going to get the stuff that's in the higher trim Tundras, but give a little more than the bare minimum. As far as trims go, while we do this, I'm kind of keeping the same trims that are there already, you know, just for sake of argument, because we don't want to go guessing too much. So I'm kind of taking the trims that exist already and building off into this next generation, you know, fantasy build here. So regular cab would have the 6.5 foot bed option and the 8-foot bed option, perfect for doing work. The double cab would be the 6.5 foot option and the 8-foot option as well. Those will be where your work truck stuff is at. I have something to add at the end about the cabs as well. One more, obviously, we're going to have the Crewmax. You can't go away from the Crewmax. That power, you know, rear window in the back, that's got to stay. The big cab has to stay because that's just what all of the, you know, brands are doing nowadays. The Tundra with the Crewmax was one of the biggest for a very long time, so why not keep that? But there's two bed options this time for the Crewmax, and this will make you guys very happy because we've been talking about this for a long time. The 5.5 foot bed does come back. That option is there, but there's also going to be an option for the 6.5 foot bed. That is how I would build it for you folks. Two bed options on the Crewmax. I don't know how many people would actually, at the end of the day, go with that 6.5 foot bed on the Crewmax. It'd be a pretty long truck. But some of you guys work, you use this truck for, construction or whatever, and you got to fill up your cab with people and fill up your bed with stuff to get to the job site and tow a trailer. So that is very important to me as well. Now, here's something I would do a little bit different. The column shifter. We're going to make it standard on the SR. So down in like your work truck packages, it's going to be standard on the SR. It's going to be optional on the SR5, and it's going to be special order on every other trim except the TRD Pro. That's how I would do it. You may ask why. Well, there's two reasons. A lot of people still like that column shifter. Gives you more space on the interior, but most importantly, it gives you that 6th seat inside. Once again, if you're using this truck for work, we want to appeal to people that are using it not just for play, but for work. You're going to want as many seat options on the inside. And one thing I would also do is that seat in the middle, the way they have the Tundra set up now, with the column shifter down in the double cab and everything, is you could bring that seat down and it becomes kind of like a little fake center console. I would do the same thing, but I would make sure that center console, when folded down, actually looks like it's meant to be there and not just the seat folded down. You can make it more of a permanent thing, maybe some latches and straps on the side, the way it folds down into the seat, to make it so if you're not using that 6th seat, it can actually still be used and not just a random seat that comes down with cup holders. I would make it so it was a lot more functional. So column shifter, one more time, standard on SR, optional on SR5, and then special order on all of the trims except the TRD Pro. All right. So far we've brought back, a different cab configuration. We did what you guys wanted, and, we're bringing in that 6.5 foot bed option on the Crewmax. So we're doing little things that everybody talks about. We're not trying to spend too much, fantasy money here, but that is the direction I would go with that. Now, big one here. Engine choices. What would the engine choices be on the Tundra? I didn't necessarily break it down as per trim. You guys can do that in the comments below and let me know what you think, but these are the engines I would put as a whole with the Tundra for the next generation. Number one, the 3.5 liter V6 from the Tacoma. Maybe tuned a little bit differently, but that is one of the engines I would have. Naturally aspirated, okay? Now that engine would only be available on the SR and the SR5, okay? So one more time, I would have the 3.5 liter V6 from the Tacoma, tuned for the Tundra, as an option on the SR and SR5. You may ask why. We will talk about that in a minute. Engine choice number 2 and 3 are the rumors we've been hearing for so long now. The twin turbo V6 that's potentially coming in this next generation, and a hybrid version of the V6. We put those in there because that is what everybody is talking about, and that is the future for the Tundra. Moving forward, those are two engine options that make a lot of sense with the way the world is going and everything. The MPG would go up. You could do a lot of crazy things with hybrids also. Your 0 to 60 time, if you're into, how fast your truck is and stuff like that, could be awesome. There's a lot of things like that. And don't forget, we're not really talking about payload and tow capacity and, MPG and stuff like that. That is all very important. Today, we're just talking about kind of the structural stuff of the Tundra, but when it comes to a hybrid V6, you have a lot of options to increase your tow capacity and stuff like that. So keep that in mind, because I know a lot of you out there don't really care for the twin turbo V6 or even a hybrid V6. You're old school, and you'll be happy with the next option I would select, and that is the 5.7 liter V8 engine. I would have it stick around for at least another 3 to 4 model years, and here is the reason on that for me. And please, I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one, that 5.7 V8 sticking around. I would do it to slowly blend people into the future of what the Tundra would be. Again, I'm trying to do it so we're doing the fantasy thing here. I don't want to spend too much money, but I also want my, core audience and core enthusiast and the users and the owners to be happy. And in listening to you guys on the channel, that 5.7 V8 is a must for a lot of you, or at least a V8 option is a must for a lot of you. Keep it around for a little bit. Do what Ford does with the Coyote, 5.0 V8. It's an option. You have your EcoBoost. You push your EcoBoost engines, but that Coyote V8 is there for those V8 purists and enthusiasts. Now, I'm not thinking in the way of, MPG regulations and guidelines and EPA and all that. I'm just thinking of this more as like a fan with the 5.7 V8. You get that. The demographic there, a lot of, I would say 40 and up really still want that V8 as an option. They feel that a V8 has to be in a truck. They don't want any of this other stuff going on. So this will, it basically won't take away some of your buyers out there, your potential buyers, because you're giving them more options. You're giving them those futuristic engines in the twin turbo V6 and the hybrid V6, but you're also giving them that 3.5 V6 naturally aspirated and the 5.7, the proven 5.7 V8 as an engine option going forward, not forever, but just a slow blend into that next gen. You're bringing these V8 enthusiasts over to see all this new technology that, you know, is rumored for the Tundra, but then they still have that thing that they trust and they know, 5.7 liter V8. Less is more on the Tundra. A lot of the people that drive the Tundra don't really want a ton of features and everything like that. A lot of you guys use your truck for truck things, and you really want that 5.7 liter V8. So that is what I would do. I would keep it around for a few model years. Now, as far as the Trd Pro goes, there's a couple things I would do a little bit different for the Trd Pro. We always say that we want the Trd Pro to be very unique. Don't share parts with other trucks. And they've done that going forward a little bit. From 15 to 17, there was a lot of shared stuff that was on the Trd Pro. The wheels were a different version of the Trd off-road wheels. It was stuff like that. A lot of the stuff could be interchanged, no problem. I want to see the Trd Pro be more of not necessarily a Raptor and TRX competitor, but something in that direction, something unique, something that only this stuff comes on the Trd Pro. And the two things, without going into it too crazy now, that's what you guys are going to do. First off, Trd Pro would be Crewmax only for me. One cab. That way, it's not like it is today where, okay, we get the Crewmax Tundra, Trd Pro. It has all these options, sunroof, all that stuff, Entune 3.0. And then there's the double cab option. And the double cab option is missing the sunroof. It doesn't have the power sliding rear window in the back. The Entune isn't the same as the Entune that I have in my Crewmax. So I would keep it Crewmax only and 5.5 foot bed only. Basically what we have now. But the big difference is this. Other than unique parts and everything we would do to this truck, there is only one engine choice I would have for the Trd Pro. And that is a supercharged 5.7 liter V8. Okay? Bring back the Trd supercharger on the 5.7 liter V8 in the Trd Pro. Standard, one engine. That's all you get. You want to go to the Trd Pro? You want to play with the big boys? You get a 550 to 600 horsepower engine. Supercharged, baby. And the good part is it would be a TRD supercharger, so it would be protected under warranty. So that is what I got so far. This is the start of a series of videos I'm going to do before this truck comes out on basically what I would like to see with the next generation Tundra. If I was the one sitting in one of the big seats, this is what I would want to come out with. It's all about options. It's all about good advertising, and it's all about taking care of as many truck buyers as you can in one shot. All right. There's going to be trucks, or there's going to be configurations of the Tundra that sell more than others, but it's not bad to have a giant variety of options. Maybe nothing too crazy, 3 cabs, a few engine choices for everyone. You don't want to narrow everything down. The half-ton market in the United States is red hot. It's been red hot for years. I mean, look what's going on right now. We have the part supplier issue. We have the shortage and everything. People are buying these trucks. People want pickup trucks. You can't find Tundras on the lot anymore, which is insane. And that's with the bare minimum stuff going on right now. Right now, we only have double cab, Crewmax, and the 5.7 V8 is the only engine option. If you open this up a little bit, it would appeal to a broader audience, and that's what it is all about. It's about selling trucks and moving the Tundra forward, but people have to know what you're doing. People have to know the Tundra is still out there. People have to know about these options, and that's where that ad campaign comes in. But let me know what you think in the comments below on some of this stuff. This is what I would do if I was sitting in one of the big chairs making the Tundra. I would push my bosses at Toyota into more of a, guys, red hot, half-ton market in the United States. Instead of just taking a little bit of a market share, let's make a real run at Ford. Let's do it. We have the reliability. We have the QDR. Toyota will work tirelessly to give you guys what you want and do it right. So why not show the world? Why not take a couple owners away from some of these other brands, the big 3 and everything like that? It can be done. You just got to give the people what they want. So I feel like with what I did here, I tried to keep it in my fantasy budget, but I also tried to give the people what they want, what they've been talking about, but also pushing to that future of what the Tundra will be. It'll just be kind of a slow move going forward, but options, options, options. It's all about that. So that is my video today. Please make sure you comment below and give me everything that you think the Tundra should have going forward. Just a little more fun with the next gen before this thing finally gets released. I'm pretty sure we won't see a lot of this stuff on here, but it sure is fun. So I like to do videos like this on how I would build Tundras. So I'm going to put up 2 playlists for you before you guys go. Number 1, we'll put up the next generation rumors. We've been putting that up for a while now. Go check out that playlist. Catch up on all the rumors I've had for the last 3 years on this truck. And the second one we'll put up is the 2021 Tundra. What is out right now if you are in the market and you are able to find one, some of the options and everything. So check out that video. But I thank you guys for watching. If you need to contact me, you know what to do. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe. Be well.